it is already weekend. How was your night? It's a beautiful Friday here in Abuja. I'm Gloria Orji-Emodi.
Hello guys, good morning and thank you for joining us on the show. Welcome, I am Itohoimo Edet.
CGIF guys, happy lovely Friday. I don't know why I'm so excited this Friday. Is it because I'm going out much later tonight?
Thank you
Good
for telling
morning
us that you're going
Nigerians, I'm Aisha Jibrin.
We now know.
Aisha,
We
well,
now-
I'm proud
we now
of you
know.
because, girl, you need to get out more. I mean, I understand.
Aisha, it's okay, we now know.
Gloria, you're too nice.
Okay, so moving on to some really serious issues right now. Godwin Emefiele has been tipped by President Muhammadu Buhari for a second tenure. Now, recall that Godwin Emefiele was appointed in 2014 by former President Goodluck Jonathan. And when President Muhammadu Buhari came in 2015, he decided to keep him. Well, this will probably be the very first time that a CBN governor will be nominated for a second time. Now, Godwin Emefiele used to be the managing director of Zenith Bank, right? Yeah. And we will see how that works out because he was in charge when Nigeria was in recession, and some people say he's done pretty well. What do you think?
Economies have scored in 50-50. 50-50 in the sense that the first 50, he was able to bring up the importer and exporter window, which made the Naira to stabilize. Remember the point, the Naira had a free fall to almost 520 Naira to $1. And he was able to stabilize that and bring the Naira back to 360. But even at that, people are still not happy because we have three exchange rates. The BDC, the banks, and of course, what you get from the airport and other guys who hawk the dollar on the street.
True, Imo, true. So,
but again, let's hope he'll be able to sustain the... not really much for talking about Emefiele, not really much.
So you're looking at the reactions.
So what you're saying is
I was expecting someone else. I was expecting
looking at the reactions that actually trailed is, you know, the letter that Buhari sent to the Senate for his reappointment. It was more or less like, you know, people felt they were divided, I must say. Some people felt, okay, yeah, it's good. It's because people thought you were not going to keep him. That's why you're trying to keep him.
You know why?
And some other people felt,
Aisha,
oh, okay,
because
he hasn't been so nice. He hasn't done so much. So why
because
are we...
he did not, he did not, what's that term again now? He did not allow foreigners to mess up with the Naira.
Okay, so that's his plus.
There's a term, yes. Buhari didn't want to float the Naira. Yeah.
So you see that's the main.
There was a call for Naira to be float, and he said no. But like, no, why should we float the Naira?
But you know, the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, the ordinary man wants a situation where he is able to feed his family, take care of himself, have decent jobs, and do businesses. You understand?
So if I want to be able to change dollars to Naira and still get, you know,
well, if Emefiele is going to do the job, well, that's good for him. But if somebody else has to do the job, then I guess somebody else has to do the job.
Yeah, but it looks like we're going to be stuck with Emefiele for the next, 5 years, unless he now starts acting, doing acting capacity when the Senate says no. But I don't see that happening.
Well, how many of you do have power in your area right now?
That's another one.
Well, we were told by the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company that there was a total system collapse in the last 12 hours, meaning that there was no power generated by the transmission company of Nigeria. Usually when power is transmitted by the TCN, the distribution companies pick it up and then sell it to us as a consumer. So in the last 12 hours, we've had less than 1,000 megawatts as a country of 200 million people.
Interestingly, you know, the AEDC takes care of Abuja, Kogi, Nasarawa, and Niger. And from what we heard, they had like less than 220. As a matter of fact, in the past 24 hours, in the past 24 hours, they had 20 megawatts. So you can imagine what 20 megawatts will do for 5 states and all of that. Well, I don't know about you. Have I even charged my phone?
Talking about, you know, lights and all of that. I know that the first thing that comes to our mind is the gen codes. Everybody is like, oh, okay, what is gen code? Because I know when it comes to blackout. But it's actually good that we know at this point that, you know, it's the TCN's fault and all of that. So when we are carrying placards, when I'm protesting not having lights in my house, I know.
Not
the question is, where are all of those politicians who say, go to the streets of Nigeria, everybody's got power. The power is great, power is wonderful. Anyway,
call his name with your chest, Gloria.
Well, get that fixed. All I have to say is get that fixed. And for all intents and purposes, your job may be on the line.
The minister, you mean? The minister from the southwest?
What did I do to
You
you?
should call his name with your chest. Call his name with your
Give me
chest.
Joe, I've not had breakfast. Anyways, moving on now to another story, which I have to say is really out there. I mean, this was something you and I were talking about, which is the fact that a mother of 6 sold her 6th baby for 600,000 naira because she wanted to start a business and basically take care of the other 5. Now, you see, no, she sold that last child for 600,000 naira to start a business. Now, this has been a big debate because some people are saying, what a terrible person. Why would you sell your child? But some are also saying, this is a mother who sold 1 to take care of 5.
Yeah,
and from what we hear, she even knows the person she sold the baby to.
It is, you can't come and, start faulting a mother for doing that. A mother who has had 5 children.
But Gloria,
and
Aisha, I've wondered,
the 6th
what
one?
happens at the end of the day when this child grows and become a man or a woman, and then realizing that she was sold to this person who he or she calls daddy or mommy? What happens in that case?
See, Imo, we'll be all right last. I'll really love for us to dwell on that particular one. I finally, while we're rounding up, the PDP has called for the president of the Court of Appeal, Bokachawa, to, recuse herself. Now, they're calling for her to do that because of the alliances that her husband and her son has to the APC. Now, Bokachawa, if you remember, in the inaugural statement, while the presidential election tribunal started, that was like 2 days ago, Gloria, you were there, yes. She made us understand that, there's no election that would be smooth sailing. No matter how perfect an election goes, there will definitely be a problem. Hence the law that, set up the election.
South Africa had a smooth election
in the coming
last
days,
couple of days.
A back and forth.
SA had a smooth election.
May I
ask to shame Nigeria?
May I ask a question? May I ask a
Who
question?
should leave, who
No, with all due respect, I'm not bringing in the gender thing, but if Bokachawa were a man, would people say that his wife probably who has connections to the APC would
if the wife's political appointment is a strong one, I feel it will happen.
Well, for all intents and purposes, Bokachawa has to make that decision to either recuse herself or stay in that position to deliver the judgments. A lot of things have come out of there. Of course, the media are very uncomfortable with the gag because everybody, at least I know, I would like to report and analyze all of the issues on this because it's one of the highest profile cases we'll ever have in this country. Atiku is challenging an election to the highest order. So for all intents and purposes, all eyes are going to be on this internationally as well. So Bokachawa has a lot of decisions to make, which is, will she recuse herself or not? But knowing this administration, she ain't going anywhere.
I'm going to say finally that as long as there's something called spousal privilege, I think she should think about it.
Please, what's for breakfast? What's for breakfast now? Right now. No, I won't.
Larry, what are you having?
Hot rice for me.
And goat meat. Anyways, you have a beautiful morning. I'm Gloria Orji-Emodi.
I'm Aisha Jibrin.
And I'll see you guys on Monday. I'm Itohoimo Edet.